After the gang leaves the table, Blake confronts Ellie, who tells him to go away to protect him. Suddenly Cage's thugs surround Blake and also ask him to leave, so Blake responds by fighting them. He manages to throw in some good moves, but Cage soon catches him and calls security. Blake pushes him away and runs away with Ellie. However, as soon as they enter another room, they're surrounded by guards who beat them down. To Blake's shock, the leader is Mason, who was relocated here to keep him hidden. Mason is happy to see Blake and has his revenge by breaking his leg. 8 months later, Dean continues to campaign with only a few days left for the election. Lena has been working in his team and talking him positively about him on the news, while in private she sends all the intel to Cole and Jack. Lena is getting tired because there hasn't been any progress, but luckily Cole announces a plan. Everything they need is in Georgina's computer, so a hacker gives Lena a device to access it and copy the important files. Kellen hears everything while trying to hide in the background, but Jack's team know he's there. Sometime later, Dean needs to practice for the debate and Lena volunteers as her opponent, using the chance to say all the horrible things she thinks about him while pretending it's an act. Meanwhile, Ashuru Global stocks keep on growing and their technology is spreading through the whole world. At the factory, Blake works and follows the rules to avoid trouble. He also doesn't talk to Ellie to protect her from Cage. Blake's leg is still limping because every few days, Cage and his gang enter his room at night and break it again. When Blake goes to the infirmary, the doctor is suspicious and asks questions, but Blake only says he fell. Seeing another student being dragged to the alteration room for refusing to work, Blake guesses there's no reintroduction and asks the doctor for help, but she is too scared to do anything. In the meantime, cage fights are held during recreation time. Cage is the current champion and very strong, always leaving his opponents barely alive. The guards usually don't do much, but Blake convinces them to take the latest loser to the infirmary or he'll die. When Cage sees Blake in the audience, he swears that one day they'll fight too. Afterward, Blake looks for Heather and asks her to secretly inform Ellie to be at Cage's boxing match the next day. Heather touches him and asks him to get together with her instead, since her thing with Ellie is obviously over, but Blake turns her down. Later, Heather finds Ellie